Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are doing well wherever you are. Now, Mount Kenya leaders are hungry after Musalia Mudavadi's warning. Musalia Mudavadi has issued a chilling warning. If Kikuyus, in particular, don't fully support Ruto, they could lose the deputy president position.
Mimi nataka niwashukuru viongozi wa hapa. You are solid. You are solid. Na nyinyi mkicheza vile Kimani Ichung'wah amemueleza, sisi tunanyemelea. Mkicheza, mkiteleza, mkiwachilia, tutachukua. We will take. Kwani unafikiri namna gani? So a bird in hand is better than 10 in the bush.
Yeah? Is this a direct threat to the Kikuyu nation, to Mount Kenya? Or is it Ruto shifting his loyalties to other regions? Because this message might have come from Ruto, but Mudavadi is the one who delivered it. The message is coming from William Samoei Ruto. Now, Mudavadi, speaking at Othaya, Nyeri County, Mudavadi warned that Mount Kenya risks losing the DP position. And if they don't back William Samoei Ruto come 2027, no deputy president will come from Mount Kenya. And of course, this is an insult to the Kikuyu nation, who of course enjoys almost 8 million votes or voters. And in fact, they are the ones who made Ruto the president. They gave Ruto 47% of the total votes. Now, Mudavadi hinted that other regions, including Western Kenya, are eyeing the DP seat. And if Mount Kenya isn't careful, they might lose their political dominance. Now, of course, this is manipulation. This we call manipulation because Mount Kenya, they are just not given the DP position. They made Ruto the president because they gave him the majority votes, over 4 million votes. But now, when you tell them that if they fail to vote for Ruto, they might find themselves outside the government, it's an insult to their culture. Now, Mount Kenya, of course, they have furious reaction. And Mount Kenya leaders feel betrayed. That's a reality. They feel betrayed. In fact, many Kikuyu politicians believe Mudavadi's statement is a direct threat to their political future. They believe that Mudavadi's statement is a direct threat to their political future. In fact, they feel that they are now being sidelined. The Gachagwa's allies are furious, seeing this as an attempt to push Mount Kenya out of the DP position or out of the government. President Ruto might have seen that Kikuyus will not vote for him in 2027. Now Ruto is shifting his focus on other regions. In fact, right now you are seeing him camping in Luo Nyanza or Nyanza entirely because he wants Nyanza people to vote for him. So that if Kikuyus decide or Mount Kenya decides that they won't vote for Ruto, at least Nyanza people will vote for him. That's why he's spending a lot of time in Nyanza. Now, some leaders are now questioning Ruto's loyalty, of course. You remember last weekend, we saw people converging in Omniro's residence, Gachagwa's residence. But of course, they are not happy with the way Ruto is making multiple trips in Nyanza. Now, is Mount Kenya's political power at risk? Yes. If you ask me, I tell you yes. Why? The Kikuyu community has dominated Kenya's leadership for decades. Ever since independence, Kikuyus are the ones who determine who is the next president. In fact, remember, Kenyatta, even Moi, Kenyatta is the one who made Moi the president. Then 2002, Kibaki took over, Uhuru took over. Even right now, Ruto took over courtesy of Kikuyu's votes. So Kikuyus are the ones who determine who is the next president or who the president is. So um, losing the DP seat would mean less influence in government decisions. If Kikuyus lose the DP seat, their power will go down, will decline. And of course, it means that they will now form position. Remember, in 1992, President Moi managed or forced, the Kikuyus through Matiba to be on the opposition side. Yeah, Moi crashed on Kenya and made them the opposition. That's the reality. And now, if Kikuyus are not careful with Ruto, they I'm saying they will form the opposition. Now, some leaders are now calling for unity to protect their political dominance. Now Kikuyus have come together. In fact, I'm seeing this war, Gachagua winning this war, because Gachagua right now has managed to block Kikuyu votes. And Ruto will have to negotiate with this man if at all he wants to win the next elections. Or if at all he wants to, you know, to be voted by Kikuyu people. The question I think so people are asking themselves is Ruto shifting loyalties? Yes, of course. In that one statement raises serious concerns. Yeah, and is Ruto planning to replace the Kikuyus as DP? Probably. And I think that the next deputy president might not come from Kenya, maybe from Nyanza. Yeah, because this broad-based government will come with wonders. And I believe Raila Odinga will influence who the next DP will be. Um, if Ruto backs MUDAVADI, Mount Kenya could lose its grip on power. Mudavadi is made it's very possible Mudavadi to be the deputy president. Remember, lawyers have got they are the second in number of voters. Yeah. So Kikuyus, lawyers I think are the third or second. Sorry for that, I'm not sure about that. But if Mudavadi is made the DP, tell you what, Kikuyus will form the opposition because Western region will vote for Ruto, Nyanza probably, of course Rift Valley and Coastal, and Ruto will emerge victorious. So this game should be Kikuyus should be very careful with Ruto's game plan. And now some Kikuyu leaders are now demanding clarity from Ruto. Is he still loyal to Mount Kenya? If, of course, they want to know if Ruto is still loyal to Mount Kenya. Do you think Ruto is loyal to Mount Kenya? I don't think so, because right now he doesn't even make trips to Mount Kenya. He's already he has already realized that Mount Kenyan people might not vote for him. So what does he do as a politician? No, in politics, there are no permanent friends. I only support you when I'm benefiting something from you. But if there's no benefit, I will not support you. So Ruto is not loyal to Mount Kenya. Right now, he seems to be loyal to Odinga. That's why you see he's trying to do everything in his power to please Odinga with his people, including appointments and make and doing development projects in Nyanza, despite knowing that the Nyanza people did not vote for him. So, what next for Mount Kenya? Of course, what next for Mount Kenya? Will Kikuyu's leaders fight back? Of course, they'll fight back because they're politicians, and could this lead to political, a political split between Ruto and Mount Kenya? Of course, Mount Kenyans will not vote for Ruto. They are saying things because they're not happy with the way ODM is taking over the government. Will Gachagua survive? Gachagua, of course, is impeached. Right now, I think the only game plan he has is to destroy Ruto's re-election. It's like he's revenging, and he will do everything in his power to make sure that Ruto is not re-elected. He said it openly. And now, Gashago's move seems like, a revenge because of the betrayal he suffered from Ruto's hand. And now, conclusion. Mount Kenya is close to the force. Mount Kenya is now the center of these elections. They're the ones who will either suffer or benefit. So it's their choice. Do you think they will join Ruto for them to benefit? Or do you think they are keen to destroy Ruto's re-election? Because as per now, almost 90% of Mount Kenya leaders don't want Ruto to be re-elected, and they are almost joining the other Gachagua. Do you think Ruto will survive these next elections? I remind you one thing: Mount Kenyan votes is over almost 8 million. Yeah, Mount Kenyan votes, huh? 6 to 8 million there. So this number is a huge number, and no candidate should just, think that they can forget these numbers. Huh? So every candidate would want to be voted for by Mount Kenyan people. So if Matiangi is the flag bearer, the opposition, and Mount Kenya decide that now we vote for Matiangi, Ruto will sweat bad because Raila Amolo Odinga is also someone we trusted. Raila might even say that his supporters should support whoever they want. And I think Ruto, as for now, he suffers from rejection from his own people. So I don't think if Ruto will find it or will have it easily the way things. Tell me your comment. Do you think Ruto will win?